Welcome to Cursed and Curious. I'm Beth.
And I'm Charlotte. Every week we dig into the weird, the haunted, and the stories that make you second guess the things that go bump in the night.
But this week we're not looking for monsters under the bed. We're talking about the ones already sitting in it.
It is Creepy Kids Week. Because after celebrating my baby's first birthday yesterday, my little TJ is 1. I'm just in denial about it. It only felt right to dedicate an episode to the kind of children that make you keep on your hallway light.
The ones with invisible friends who don't like you, who hum lullabies to the corner of the room, and the ones who tell you they used to have another mummy.
From past life memories and phantom playmates to full-blown demonic toddler energy, we're diving into the real stories parents have shared online where innocent meets the unexplainable.
Expect giggles that turn to chills, toys that whisper back, and some truly unhinged bedtime confessions from the depths of Reddit.
So grab your baby monitor, or maybe don't, and settle in, because sometimes the scariest things in the dark are the ones that call you mummy. Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that yet.
No, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's my kids that scare the hell out of me.
Yeah, they're just...
Sometimes they don't mean to.
I don't know. No, I don't think they
Like,
do.
Hugo's come into my room, dressed in his black pyjamas, gone straight like nose to nose in front of my face when I've been fast asleep. I've opened my eyes and he's like, "Good morning, I've 6 in my bed." He nearly got drop kicked across the room. What are you doing?
That's terrifying for multiple ways. Not only have you woken up to something in your face, you've woken up to a child who's just thrown up in your face.
And his breath is just like there. And I'm like, why have you...
What's going on?
I don't understand. Yeah, it was... Yeah, no. It hits different when you have kids. It's bad.
Oh, yeah. So did you have like an imaginary friend growing up? Or I can imagine you did.
Okay, I pretended that I did.
Because you did.
Because Drop Dead Fred was a vibe. So if I got in trouble for whatever reason, well, it's my friend Dave. He's right there. He did it. He shaved the cat. It wasn't me. I didn't pop the balloons or shave the cat or wind up the dog. It was Dave.
Why did you shave the cat?
No, I did that as an adult. But I blamed Hugo for that. I blamed my toddler. I shaved Garfield, didn't I?
Even worse.
It's fine. I lie. I told everyone I did, but I didn't. Did you?
No, I don't think I did. I was just like, no. I am the most interesting child I know, so can you stick with that?
I was just usually in my imagination.
Yeah, I've played like a lot of like imagination games.
Yeah.
I was like never talking to someone. I was just on my own. I was like a little loner kid.
Hugo had an imaginary friend. If you remember. Bertie. He used to sit in the hallway, start laughing on his own, and say Bertie was tickling his feet.
I do not remember this.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me this.
Yeah.
What?
It went on for years. From as soon as he could talk to about 3, went on for years. Like he would start talking to himself and then we'd say, "Who are you talking to?" And he's like, "Bertie." "Oh, was he in the car, is he?" "Very good. Carry on."
Why didn't you get a priest?
I don't know.
Why?
Also, what is even weirder is that was almost Hugo's name. Yeah. And we never told him that.
So, yeah.
Weird. Freaky.
Yeah. I'm baffled. I don't know. Don't know what to say about
that. I don't know.
Disgusting.
Like, do you think it's real when people have imaginary friends or not?
Well, obviously, in your case, no.
Or no, like I just lied because I wanted to fit in. Like,
yeah. I think some kids definitely do have like imaginary friends and like things that they've made up.
And
like some kids are definitely like really imaginative and like will just go off on one.
Yeah, tell little stories.
But like other kids, I think, aren't that imaginative yet still have an imaginary friend. And
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I don't like that.
That's gotta be real.
No.
Yeah. Are you ready for your first story?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I've got one to start us off tonight that honestly, it freaked me out when I first read it. I had to stop halfway through, have a break, and then go back because I got a bit freaked out.
Yeah. Straight into the nightmare fuel. Love that for me.
Yeah. You know when kids just say something and then you instantly think, where the hell did you get that from?
Oh yeah, like they've been here before and just like waiting for us to catch up.
Exactly. So this story is one of those. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Obviously this didn't happen to me. I'm going to read it in first person, but not my story, from Reddit. It started on a rainy afternoon. My 4-year-old was sat on the living room floor building a tower out of blocks. He was humming to himself, totally happy, when he just said, as casually as anything, "I had another mummy before you. She died in a fire." I froze for a second, then laughed and asked what he meant. He looked up at me with his confused little frown, like he thought I was the one being weird. "My old house was red," he said, "and my mummy wore the green dress with the flowers. Then there was smoke everywhere and I couldn't breathe." So that's what the kids said. I tried to change the subject, but he carried on. He talked about the way the stairs creaked, how his bedroom window looked out at the road where the dogs barked, even how his old mummy used to sing to him while cooking. The more detail he added, the more unsettled I felt, naturally. I would too.
Yeah.
That night, after he went to bed, I told my husband about it. We agreed it must have been something from a dream or a cartoon. You know, kids absorb stuff like that and they twist them into their own nightmare fuel. But it still stuck with me. A few weeks later, we were driving home a different route? American English? I don't know. My son suddenly sat forward in his seat, pointed out the window and said, "That's where I used to live." I followed his finger. It was an old burned out house on the edge of town. The door was red, the windows boarded up, the roof looked like it had collapsed years ago. I tried to laugh it off again, but he just whispered, almost to himself, "My other mummy didn't get out in time."
Absolutely not. No. What? Don't. It's so weird.
Yeah. But then I
I
remember in school there was we learnt about past lives and things, and there was a kid that had birthmarks and they ended up, and he said that he was shot there.
Why did you learn about past lives in school? Because I didn't.
PSHE?
What curriculum were you following?
I don't know. I can't remember what it stood for.
I know what PSHE is.
Yeah.
But what that's it's not in the curriculum, hun.
This was in like year 7, year 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very creepy. Also, is it route or route?
I would say root because I'm English.
Yeah, I think I watch too much American TV.
I think you
shows.
do. Yeah. Yeah. No. But what if your kid actually said that to you though? Would you just like accept it and be like, "I'm never, I don't want to know," or would you go and like try and find some records?
I don't know. I think if it came up just the once, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
He said it twice. He said
That's
it
right.
twice.
But yeah, if it kept going and going, I'd be like, right, I've got to research this house and see if they look like my son.
Well, they might not necessarily look like your son, but if your son knows like that a kid and his mum died.
Yeah, but imagine if you searched up the mum, right, and then found a picture of the mum at, you know, like a funeral.
Yeah.
And she was wearing a green dress with flowers on it. And
What if?
you know,
What if you found a picture of the mum and she looked exactly like you? What?
yeah,
That'd be even weirder.
creepy. That's something out of Pretty Little Lies. I don't like it.
Yeah, who is A?
Like, I think I would probably go. I mean, that's just me though. I would go and investigate the house. I would go in the house and be like, I want to see what I can find. No, technically illegal.
Yeah, don't do that, kids.
Urban exploring, but
Get permission before you enter properties.
yeah.
Make sure you got the right insurance. Etc.
Would you not though? If it was like,
I don't know. If my kid told me that his other mummy died there, no. I'm going nowhere near that. Absolutely not.
yeah, that's true. Or would you not want to go on ghost hunt there?
Again, not if this is prompted by my child.
All right. Well, you had a reincarnation nightmare. So what have you got for me?
One that proves imaginary friends are never as harmless as people pretend they are.
brilliant, because nothing says sweet dreams like a child holding a full-blown conversation with just empty air.
Exactly. And this one started just like that. Just a kid talking to themselves until it became very clear that there was someone else in the room. So again, not my story. I used to babysit a little girl called Lily, 4 years old, sweet as anything, always chatting to her dolls. One evening, after I'd put her to bed, I heard her whispering, proper conversation, pauses and everything. I asked her who she was talking to, and she said, the girl in the closet. I thought she was playing, so I laughed and said, what's her name? Lily looked confused and said, she doesn't have one. She said she forgot it when she died.
Mm-hmm.
I tried not to react, just told her to go to sleep, but she suddenly sat up and said, she wants to know why you don't like her. I said, because she's not real, sweetheart. Lily stared at the closet for a moment and then whispers, she says you're wrong. The next morning, her mum mentioned Lily hadn't slept well. She kept crying that the girl was angry because the babysitter didn't believe her. When I came back a week later, Lily's family had rearranged her room. The bed was now against a different wall. I asked why, and her mum said, because Lily kept saying the girl was trying to come out of the closet.
Yeah, I don't like... But why... Okay, just a plot hole.
Oh.
Why would they rearrange the room?
Well, if your bed's next to the closet, I want to get as far away from it as possible.
Yeah, so you move her into a different room. Maybe you swap rooms.
Maybe they only have 2 rooms. But yeah, I don't know.
If you kept telling me that his room was cursed and haunted, I'd be like, okay, I'll sleep in there. You go in the not
you're
haunted.
insane.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they rearranged the room, but they did.
I
was like,
yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd rather just see a ghost. Yeah.
See, that I think I would research and see. Like maybe the history of the house, if anyone's died in the house.
Yeah. But what if it's a ghost that's come with a doll?
Yeah, true. It could be a possession in the house.
Or objects. Could be anything. Could be anything.
It reminds me of what's that? It's not Hill House. It's the other one where the girl's like, "That's splendid."
Oh,
have you watched it? It's like the Hill House one,
the haunting of
it's the
Bly Manor.
That's the one where she's like, "It's splendid," and she will look and say she doesn't like you. Yeah, I wanted to kick that child. No offense to the actress.
I hate every moment of that series.
Yeah,
in the best way.
Yeah, me too. It made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah, these are again. So are these. These are making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we've had reincarnated toddlers and imaginary friends with unfinished business. What's next?
Nighttime weirdness, always.
Okay.
You know the kind, the baby monitor crackles, you think you hear something, and then your kid says something that makes you want to sleep in the car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, brilliant. Because bedtime wasn't already terrifying enough.
Yeah, this one's not going to help. Again, not my story, but chills. A mum said her 6-year-old son kept waking up in the middle of the night whispering to someone. At first, she thought he was sleep talking until she started hearing pauses like he was having a real conversation. One night, she went in to check on him and asked who he was talking to. He said, "The boy under my bed." She laughed, pulled back the blanket and showed him there's nothing there. I would not do that, by the way.
If there was something there?
That's what I mean. He said, "The boy under my bed." I'd be like, right, come here.
If it was something with big red eyes?
We're leaving before it grabs my ankles.
Pennywise down there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Mm-mm.
He looked confused and he said, "No, not now. He only comes when you're asleep." After that, she started keeping a nightlight on, but every few nights she'd still hear whispering. When she asked again, her son said, "He's sad. He says his mummy hurt him and now he can't leave." That was the moment she realised it wasn't just imagination. The next day, she found her son sleeping on the floor in the hallway. He said the boy told him to stay away from the bed, and from that night on, he refused to sleep in that room again.
Oh, absolutely not. What? No.
I still wouldn't go, "Yeah, let's have a look, just in case."
No, because what if they? I don't know what would be worse if there was an act if there was nothing there, and he was still talking to this thing. Or if there was an actual person under his bed
Yeah.
that he was talking to.
That's what I mean.
Like, what would I do in that situation?
Or something.
Yeah. Like those people that like live in the walls or whatever.
I'm gonna, because Hugo sleep talks, I'm gonna hear him tonight and be like, what?
No one can live under his bed though, so you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, that's true. And that is why you should
Unless
get
it's like
beds.
a really skinny person.
Well, a slender
But the Slender Man isn't real.
man. We had this debate before.
He's not real. Slender Man can't hurt you.
I don't know. It's a big fear of mine, you know.
Well, Slender Man.
Yeah.
I when I was a kid, I did think I saw Slender Man
So did I.
in like the random park, and I almost had a full-on breakdown.
Every time we drive past the road with those trees, I'm like, I saw him. He's right there.
No. I think I definitely saw something, but it definitely wasn't Slender Man because
And weirdly, snakes coming up a toilet. Because I saw a video when I was younger, right, of snakes in Australia coming up the toilet and like swimming around in the toilet bowl.
I think you're okay here.
No, I know.
No,
it's just irrational, isn't it?
Yeah. Since we don't really have snakes.
I've seen a snake in this country.
Yeah, but we don't have snakes like they do in Australia.
Oh, no.
No.
This is why I would never go to Australia.
I want to go to Australia because I've been to Australia, but we are missing the point here.
Yeah.
But weird.
Yeah, I don't. It always seems to be kids.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just
like don't get me wrong. There's a lot of adults that are open to spirits and things like that, but I think because kids are so innocent, they see more than we see.
Yeah, they're not looking at things through like a socially acceptable lens.
Yeah, they
see something and like, this is what I've seen.
Yeah, they don't interpret
even
it
if
in a different way.
Weird. But like, okay.
Are you gonna sneeze?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, yeah.
I just pictured you like sneezing into the mic.
No, I'm not sneezing into the mic. I'm fine.
Okay. It's good. So far we've had past lives, invisible friends, and things under the bed. What could possibly top that?
Oh, I've got something for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's that perfect mix of funny if it wasn't horrifying.
Excellent. That's exactly the vibe I wanted before I try and sleep.
You're welcome. You might not.
Maybe.
So this parent went out one night to put the bins away and saw their 6-year-old in the garden. At about 10 o'clock, digging a hole with one of the kitchen spoons.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Thought I'd get all the weird things out straight away. When they asked what on earth he was doing, he said, "I'm burying the knife so the lady in the mirror can't find it." Okay. They thought he was dreaming or messing about, so they laughed it off and told him to go back inside. But he looked dead serious and said, "She told me she wants to come out again, and you're the one who put her there." The parent went cold. They checked the bathroom. The mirror above the sink had a big crack running through it, which hadn't been there earlier. When they looked back out the window, the sun had already covered the hole and was patting down the dirt. They asked him where he had got the knife from, and he just smiled and said, "Don't worry, she can't find it now." They never found the knife.
Okay, kid adoption next day.
I wouldn't even be waiting till next day. I'll be dumped at a fire station. Like, what is that about?
This is the part, like, I love it about kids' stories, but I hate it because you can't get an explanation. You're like, well, what was it?
What do you mean the woman in the mirror?
Yeah, and they've already forgotten. They're like, well, I'm watching Teletubbies now, so I'm bored of that.
Yeah, like, I've sorted it.
Answer your question.
Yeah,
you don't get a follow-up to what happened.
Oh, no, just...
Like, how did the mum put her in the mirror?
There is so many questions I have. So many.
And you can't answer them because they're like, 3 or 4. They don't really make sense.
Yeah. But also, would I want my child to talk to the lady in the mirror to get the answers? Probably not. No.
Like, you stay away from that mirrur.
Yeah.
That mirror's going to be
we're going to rip the bathroom out. We're going to renovate. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Everything. Just can't. I'm not. No. But yeah, mirrors are weird anyway. Mirrors have.
They are weird. I have had an argument with a lady in a mirror before.
Are you sure it wasn't yourself?
Oh, it was, yeah. But I was out of it. And I was really scared and almost jumped out the hotel window. Tommy had to stop me
Jesus Christ.
because I said that she was looking at me funny. It was, in fact, me.
Probably looking at yourself funny.
It was.
Yeah. But there's a thing, like, I know in Ireland, I don't know if they do it now, but like, they traditionally cover all the mirrors when someone dies. Because
I think I have heard of that.
it's so the soul doesn't get trapped or something vaguely along those lines.
But why in a mirror?
Because it's like a window. It's a window that leads to nowhere, so it gets trapped.
Yeah.
Because you're meant to open all the windows.
See, the whole concept of like mirror realms and all of that, I don't like it.
I've got a good mirror story for you later.
Yeah.
I do.
I love
When we
that.
talk about judges' lodgings.
Okay.
But I will save
I'm
that.
scared.
So, yeah, anyway. After the kid burying the knife in the garden, please tell me we're calming things down a bit.
Sort of. This one's not violent. It just makes you deeply uncomfortable.
Oh, good. Emotional damage instead.
Pretty much. The best kind. It's about a toy. The kind you instantly regret giving away. A mum decided to clear out her daughter's toys, charity shop pile, tidy room, start fresh. That night, she tucked her daughter into bed and said they'd done a great job sorting everything out. But a few hours later, her little girl came running in crying, saying, "Mummy, my doll said thank you for letting her go home." The mum thought she was half asleep and just dreaming, but the next morning her daughter pointed at the empty shelf and said, "She's happy now. She said her mummy's waiting for her again." I'm sorry about my voice. I am still struggling with tonsillitis. I'm very sorry. Bear with me. The mum still thought it was imagination until later that day she stopped by the charity shop to drop off the donation box. The woman behind the counter looked pale when she saw the doll. She said it had been donated once before by another family who lost their child years ago. The mum didn't take it back home, but that night her daughter told her it's okay. She said goodbye this time.
What?
Yeah. It's so creepy. It gives me like
the amount we sit there and talk about like ghosts and ghost stories like all the time. This
it's because the kids are so innocent. They don't like where would they get it from? I know, like you said, kids are imaginative, right? But you can't just put it out of thin air.
Being imaginative and being then the coincidence that would be needed for you to be imaginative and then hit the nail on the head.
And it's all like adult stuff like, oh yeah, she died, she's not here anymore.
Yeah.
If you've never taught your kid about any of that, because if they're 2 or 3, they're not going to understand that concept. No. I don't like it.
No.
It's more like throat crowd. Yeah, so over to you for the final one. Hit me with something I can't unsee.
Oh, you'll love this. It's short, simple, and absolutely ruined my night the first time I read it.
Perfect, exactly what I need.
So, picture this. It's 2 a.m, everything is quiet. Then your toddler wakes up, whispering something that immediately makes you question your entire life. A mom was half asleep when her little girl shook her awake and said, "Mummy, there's someone in my room."
Jesus.
She blinked, tried to focus, and asked where. The girl pointed up at the ceiling and whispers, "He's sitting up there. He's smiling at me." The mum turned on the lamp. Nothing. No sound, no movement. She told her daughter it was just a dream, tucked her back in, and eventually got her settled. But the next morning, when she went to make the bed, the smoke alarm casing, the one fixed directly above where her daughter had been staring, had fallen off in the night and was lying smashed on the floor. She swears it was fine when she put her to bed.
What? You know what? It reminds me of... Did you ever watch, when you were younger, The Woman in Black?
Yes.
When she's led in bed and she opens her eyes. Why is it? It's just nightmare fuel. I don't like it.
Why? How? Why? No. Why is it sat on the ceiling? How is it sat on the...
I don't understand how.
How is it sat on the ceiling? Is it sat on the ceiling like...
Or is it lead on the ceiling?
Is it like a spider? No, that's even worse.
I don't know.
Or is it like sat like cross-legged and like weird? I can't think of a way that's going to be.
Maybe it has a chair up there, but any way you play it is scary.
Yeah.
And what gets me is kids are so casual about it. They're like,
it's up there.
There's a bloke up on the ceiling just sat there talking to me.
What do you mean?
It's like, if I saw that, I would be running. I'd be gone. But they're like, oh no, that's just my friend Jill. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm going to get a spoon later, dig a hole in the garden.
Jill sound.
Like, no.
No, you're not.
You can't do that. That's not okay.
No, like I can't. No. What is wrong with children?
So many things.
Just
it would freak me out. Like I've already done what the creepiest thing that I've been woken up by.
Yes.
So I've got to ask yours now.
Well, I don't have children.
I know, but you can still have creepy things that wake you up.
Creepiest thing, and it's not something that woke me up. But you know when you sort of like half wake up?
Yeah.
And I like sort of half woke up and I looked up to the ceiling and there was this like black thing walking across it and it was huge. And I obviously panicked. It was a huge freaking spider coming towards me.
Like those.
It was coming towards over my head. And I was like, ah.
Yeah, no. We had that. But so my partner thought it was my hair. Tommy thought it was my hair on his face. So he's gone like this and said, can you move your hair? I'm facing you. It's not my... And then he's like jumped a foot in the air. You know those massive house spiders? Yeah. And he was too scared. And then we called his mum, who's also scared of spiders. And she came in and stood on our bed and we all stood there like, we don't know what to do. Why do they do it in the middle of the night?
I do not know.
Just pick a time to just run across the ceiling or over your face.
I'm in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that scares me at night, you know where my room is and how I've got like the fence outside my room.
Yeah.
Clara will sit on the fence and in the middle of the night, like you can see her eyes glowing. So she's like staring.
Yeah, no, that would freak me out.
Clara is my cat, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Just not my...
Because their eyes really glow in the dark.
She has like beautiful green eyes as well and it's just...
Yeah, no,
she's just staring my window.
Just get worried if they turn red for whatever reason.
Yeah, but one day someone's going to be looking in my room and it's not going to be Clara and it's fine. Yeah, it's only Clara.
Oh, that man up there, that's just a cat.
Yeah, and then I'll turn around and she's there and like, oh,
no. There was a man stood up there.
Yeah, well,
no.
But then that'll be, but my window's also like quite high up off the ground. That'll be really tall, man. Oh, no, that's even worse.
Same the man. See, it's a real fear.
No. No.
It's creepy.
I know,
see, I think that's more... It affects you more than ghosts, because ghosts are just... You sort of know they're there. You're trying to contact them.
Yeah, I don't want to contact them.
It's not creepy. No, I know, but when they come to a kid, they come unasked and they just... You're like, well, I didn't ask for any of this.
I didn't ask for it. I don't want this.
I'm freaked out now.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, after all that, I'm officially done with creepy kids for a while.
Yeah, I am done. But speaking of nightmares and ghosts, you actually had a busy weekend with the real ones.
I did 2 back-to-back investigations for Halloween weekend, Wookie Hole and the Judge's Lodgings.
Yeah, and they both brought the chaos. I am gutted. I missed it. Gutted.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. So Wookie Hole. Start with Wookie Hole because that was our Halloween event. Dressed up as Mario.
Yeah.
Successful.
The outfit was good.
The moustache came off very, very quickly.
Yeah, but it's caves, it's humid.
Wetting. Yeah. I was like, oh, disgusting. So we started off like a cute little tour of the caves. It was really good. It was like very cute in there.
I think I've been there once before.
Yeah, I saw the rock that's meant to be the witch. Like I see it. Like if I squint.
Did you take a picture of it?
I did. I think.
I'll need to see it later.
I took loads of photos of everything.
Yeah. Because that's the part I was most curious about when we were talking about it before.
With the witch?
Yeah.
And I didn't realise that there was also like a second part of that story, like the bad freaking monk guy also done the same thing to a dog and there's like another little... like rock by her. I know. I was like,
dog do?
Yeah, what did the dog do?
Do it to a human, yeah, but don't take it out on the dogs.
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't like monks now.
They're written off forever.
Just because they
judged
potentially.
They may have murdered a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has like a little water bowl and everything next to it.
It's a stone.
It's a dog.
Dog's dead.
Yes, because he was turned to stone.
Yeah. Well, you don't need no water. It's dead.
No, but the water bowl is part of the stone.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was looking after the dog.
I thought you meant like they've literally just gone to Pets at Home, filled up a water bowl and gone, here's stone doggy.
Yeah, like the witch's dog.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, this isn't anything paranormal.
Sorry. Yeah. Carry on.
So, we've done the little cave tour. That was cute. And then we started off in the Penny Arcade. And there's like a mirror maze. Oh, I hate them. Absolutely hate them.
I'm not a fan.
As we have said about mirrors already, there's something weird about them. Yeah. We started off with a human pendulum, and this poor woman was getting like proper shoved. She was like, I was actually having to like physically catch her. I was like, oh my god. But we think it was her aunt that's coming through. Who died?
Oh, so they followed her there.
Yes. So like, okay, this isn't as bad as whatever. But then we started hearing like weird tapping and knocking throughout the maze, and I was like, oh, don't do that. Not in the maze. Don't do that.
Yeah, no.
And then we were getting like flickers on like the K2s and stuff. And we put the flux out in the middle of the maze, and that would go off like randomly. And I was like, okay, sure. And we got like one of the women done the SS method, and she was getting stuff like hello. Like, because every time that we stopped trying to talk to them, she would come like, hello, like, I'm here. And it was like, okay, we need to pay attention. But yeah, then when we were talking, that nothing much came through. But okay,
So there's a mirror maze.
Yeah, so it's like
in the cave.
No, so the caves we weren't allowed to investigate because of health and safety.
Yeah, fair enough.
But there's like a mill there, so that's like a mill and museum. So, and then this, it's split into different bits. So we moved into the theatre because they got like a theatre thing.
I didn't even realise all of this was there.
Yeah, it's a very big place to be fair.
Yeah.
And in there we decided to do the Ouija board. It's iconic because I started opening this board, like been like spirits, da 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 da, you know, all that stuff. And then as soon as I started doing that, the heavens opened. Like it started tipping down with rain, and like David was partnered with me, like the other host, and he was like, "That's not ominous." I was like, "I'm sorry, my power is just too great."
I called upon Mother
upon the sky gods, and yeah.
I mean, if you asked to be blessed, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, we'll bless you.
Yeah, we were getting, and again, we weren't getting like a lot, but we were getting like really weird things. Like we could see, we had like the laser grid over like the whole seating area, and we could see like up by like the DJ booth thing, like some of them going in and out. Oh, like that's really weird.
Yeah, that is
and I got to a point where I was like, no, I'm done with this. So I like marched myself up there. I was like, da 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 da, and then I could like hear some like tapping and like movement in like the DJ booth. And I was like, if you are here, make a noise. And then apparently like the front row of seats moved. I was like, oh, okay.
What? I always miss the good ones.
Yeah. And then we went into the museum bit, and we got some, like, one of their boyfriends died of fire or something, like the spirits.
Jesus.
I think one of them was a soldier. Don't know when the soldier was, but and it got to the point where every time I asked a question, I got told to F off, or I was like, and no one else got it, but every time it was me, it was like,
don't like you today.
At me, and I was like, okay, cool, don't like you either. So yeah, but yeah, it was a very good night. Loved it. We'll definitely go back.
We need to go back.
And then we went to Judge's Lodgings
in Wales. Not in the other place that I kept finding for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what you did.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah. So we went there, and we started downstairs.
It's the memory. It's like
Right, it
memory of it.
Yeah, so we started downstairs and we've done like a little seance because there was like a really big dining table, so we were like this is perfect.
Perfect.
And set up some like equipment and got to a point where we were like just like, no, okay, we're not really getting anything. Then the REM pod went off and it would not stop going off. We had, instead of asking questions to like be like, can you touch the REM pod to say yes or no? To say yes. We will have, can you stop touching the REM pod if we are correct?
No, they make horrible noises.
It was a horrible noise, but we think it was like a little boy, and he was just enjoying having fun.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And it was like, can you stop for 2 seconds? I'm like, and back again. Oh, for God's sake.
This is like dealing with a toddler.
Yeah, it was like dealing with a toddler, but we were getting like good responses and it made sense and like nothing like contradicted itself, which was good. And then we went downstairs to like the servants' quarters and cells and stuff. And we were in like the servants' kitchen and we were like, there was something out in the hallway. Like we could feel something out in the hallway. Like we were getting nothing. It was almost like wherever we went, it was like in the next room.
Yeah.
And
there was something
like,
there, but not there.
It doesn't want to be with us. And we're like, I sort of was like, can you make a noise? Do something. And there was like a bang from somewhere out there, and I was like,
no.
We couldn't figure out what it was. And then we were like, okay, let's go investigate the cells. Try that, and we were there just getting things set up. We weren't really getting a lot, and we could hear like people like walking upstairs. I'm like, oh, we're with other like groups and stuff. This is fine. And then it sort of clicked to both me and David at the same time that the room upstairs is our room, so it's part of our area, and no one should be up there. And we went up there, and there was like no one there, and we were like, oh, okay. But we were hearing like walking and like chairs dragging and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Why is it always the chairs dragging?
I don't know.
Like, what are they doing in the beyond where they're
rearranging?
Like,
they are.
We're going to change this place around.
They are interior designers. So yeah, we've done that. And last but not least, this is my creepy mirror story. Mm-hmm. we tried scrying upstairs in one of the bedrooms.
It's still going.
Yes, it's that scary.
Yeah, my stomach's going.
Oh my God. So anyway, one of the women volunteered to do it. I was like, yeah, cool, let's go. So she sat down in front of this mirror and she was like, I can see like my face changing. Like it started off like it looked like she was like getting like a bit of a mask in the face and like a beard and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can see this too. This is really weird. Like I don't like, you usually can't see the change.
It's only the person that's
and I was like, okay, this is weird. And then it started changing again to, and it was so clear. It was insane. Like her like this half of her face, like the top half, was like turning into like this woman like bawling her eyes out. Like you could see the tears running down her face. Like it was insane, and like everyone in the room could also see it. Like it wasn't just like her or me. I was like, but when I tried to take a photo of it, could I see it? Absolutely not. And I'm like, okay then. Yeah. So then I know this isn't a trick of the light because if my phone camera's not seeing this. Yeah, it's like I didn't have a flash on or anything. I was just like taking it in the same light. I was like, I'm not seeing it through a camera. Like what is something's going on here. But then the thing that really, really creeped us all out is like her mouth was going into like this really sinister like smirk. It was absolutely.
Was she smiling though? Nothing.
No, her face was like, and we could keep seeing her eyes like roll back, and it was so weird. And one of the guests was like psychic or sensitive. I'm not quite sure what she refers to herself as. Yeah. And she started getting that this woman come through like, he killed my baby, like he made me do it, and da-da-da. And she's like, there's something in this room that is related to this and that. And in the next room, there is I think they call it like the jury cabinet where they picked out the jury.
Yeah.
For a woman that was hanged for killing her baby.
What? So she was trying to blame the bloke?
She was then pardoned a week after her death.
Oh, okay.
Well. But it was very, very weird.
Yeah, that's
And
what, I
then-
don't think I've ever seen like a good result from
No.
crying.
I've never seen a result. I've never seen a result that like other people can see.
No,
Like some
never.
people say, I'm like, okay. But then and then we put the spirit box on. And again, I was getting told to F off. And they called me the C
Not
word.
like
And I
you.
was like, okay. And like through this, like then we were like, I was like, come on, what's wrong with me? Like it said David's name and that had a message for him.
Okay, that's
And
weird.
I was like, okay. And then like halfway through this was like a massive bang on the wardrobe. I was like, oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, that sounds creepy.
So yeah,
I can't.
but I definitely want to do Judges Lodgings again. It was a very, very good night.
Yeah.
You missed
We're
out.
gonna have. I know. I missed out bad. It's not my fault. I got tonsillitis.
Yeah, but
Nightmare children. It goes with the theme of today. Give me
yeah,
everything.
we've got other investigations coming up though. Like
We have.
we've got Westbury on the 15th.
What one's on the 13th?
None.
There is. I'm gonna have to check now.
We've got Hook Court on the 13th of December.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, so Westbury is on the 15th of November.
Oh yeah, I'm on holiday.
Yeah, and then we've got
Yeah.
Wimmering Manor on the 22nd of November.
Oh.
And then we've got Basildon on the 28th of November. Look at me go.
Yeah, I know.
I'm proud of
This is
myself here.
impressive. I'm impressed.
And then we have Hook Court on the 13th.
That's mad.
Madness.
Madness.
And then we've got Chapter Mallet on the 17th of January.
Oh God.
we've
Is
got-
that
We've
memory
got so
though?
many-
I can't remember all those.
And Newsham
numbers.
Park on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, I know.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
But we are going there before then.
Are we?
Yes. 29th. Lewisham.
Yeah. I've been in bed for the last
Well, I
week.
booked the hotel, so we're going.
Yeah. I will write it all when I can remember. You'll have to send me a list.
Yeah, anyway. So tonight's stories started with laughter, blocks on the floor, bedtime songs, make-believe games, and somehow ended in fire, whispers, and shadows that shouldn't exist.
Yep. Everyone began with something innocent, a story, a drawing, an imaginary friend, and then it turned into something no parent ever wants to hear.
It's the contrast, isn't it? Like the soft voice saying something so dark you can't shake it. Because when a child speaks, you believe them, and even when you wish you didn't.
Yeah, every time. I think maybe that's why these stories get under our skin, because they're not about monsters or demons. They're about that thin line between childhood imagination and whatever's waiting on the other side of it. My voice is giving up.
Yeah, and maybe that's the real horror, realizing kids don't always invent their fears. Sometimes they just inherit them.
Yes, hopefully
Yeah.
my kids don't inherit whatever the hell I've got. Because it's got. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
We're just going to pretend it's not
I'm just
happening.
going to pretend that you're talking completely normally.
Yes.
And this is how you always talk.
This is how I
Yeah.
normally talk. I smoke 20 a day apparently, and it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, kids lose. Yeah, they grow up and they lose that sort of.
Innocence of childhood.
They use the sort of sense.
It's not funny, okay?
It's hilarious.
I finally got my voice back today, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
For God's sake. I blame the man on the ceiling. He took it. Why is this happening?
If you just shut up for 2 seconds, it might stop. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, if you had to choose, would you rather face a haunted house or a haunted toddler?
Haunted house, I think. I can't help it. Yeah. He has gone.
Oh,
I'm so sorry about this.
would you like me to finish on my own?
Yeah. Because I don't think it's going to take you very much longer. I'm Charlotte, over and out.
Oh. So, yeah. Since Charlotte has lost her voice, I will power through and close out the episode. So, before we close the toy box for good, a few quick thank yous before something else starts whispering.
Me. I'm so sorry. That was perfect. I'll be quiet now, I promise.
Okay. Oh. All right, before we close the toy box for good, a few quick thank yous before something else starts whispering. If you're into ghost stories, folklore, and a bit of behind-the-scenes chaos, come hang with us online. Cursed and Curious is everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, X, Facebook, YouTube. Pick your poison. That's where all the outtakes, investigation clips, and random ghost girly moments live. And if you want to go a little deeper into the weird, early episode access, bonus content, and the full, unfiltered versions of our stories, the Patreon coven is open. Anyone in a paid tier gets their name read out right here on the show. So if you want your moment to officially join the haunting, that's your way in. And huge love to Paranormal Presence, as always, our crew, our chaos, and the reason we keep ending up in haunted places instead of bed. And to Bracknell Podcast Studio, Nico somehow makes us sound polished even when we're cackling through takes, which has never been truer than tonight.
Oh, never.
So, and if you've enjoyed this episode, hit follow wherever you're listening, leave us a review, and recommend us to the friend who swears their kid's imaginary friend is just a phase. The more curious souls you've got listening, the bigger and spookier the coven gets. So, right, we're off to check every wardrobe in our house and leave every single light on.
And take some medicine.
And take some Lemsip.
Maybe have a Strepsil.
But in the meantime, stay cursed, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.